So, about a month ago, we had that Pokemon Presents, where tons of great Pokemon news was given to us. More information on Pokemon Snap, which comes out at the end of this month, the reveal of the long-awaited Diamond and Pearl remakes, but the most shocking of all was the open-world Sinnoh Premake, Pokemon Legends Arceus. While it looked a little rough around the edges, it's a game that definitely shows promise. And with at least a year of development time left, I'm pretty confident we'll have a really solid game on our hands. However, since it is so far from its release, there are a lot of things that we still don't know about the game. What is Arceus' role in the story? What will the gameplay be like with no Pokemon League? And what if Porygon? It just doesn't exist? Well, I think I've got a pretty decent idea about the truth behind this version of Sinnoh. And today, I'm planning to share that idea with you guys. We're going off of just one concept from the trailer. This is a Sinnoh from the past. And sure, that could be the case, but is that fully the truth? Check this out, as it's time for me to share my truth about Sinnoh. Now, with this game being about Arceus, it brings up a lot of questions. What is it going to be doing exactly? Canonically speaking in Pokemon, Arceus is of course God. And it's interesting that we've never actually had a legitimate event for Arceus story-wise in any games. I mean, there was the Azure event for the Sinnoh games, but that item was never actually distributed. So we don't have any true officially released events that pertain to Arceus, adding to its mystery. Now, we can always find out about the unreleased events through hacking and whatnot, and there is plenty of lore about Arceus being the original Pokemon essentially, which all other Pokemon were created by. It's already a Pokemon of Legend, so the fact that it's headlining a game with the title Pokemon Legends shouldn't be all that surprising. But yes, the exact role it would be playing is definitely up for major speculation. Being that we already know so much lore about it creating the universe, I can't imagine there will be too much focus on learning about its lore. And because Pokemon isn't a more mature JRPG, so I don't think we'll be working towards killing it. Although it would be awesome if we got some sort of epic multi-phase boss fight with it. But while we might not be focusing too much on its lore, perhaps we'll be going in the direction of reliving events that happened within its lore. Now, in regards to a certain part of Arceus' lore, surely you guys remember that it has a long and storied history with the renegade Pokemon, Giratina. It's sent it off to the Distortion World due to its violent and aggressive nature, which is almost akin to God banishing Satan to hell. As we see in Platinum, the battle is taken to this Distortion World, with our protagonist facing off one last time with Cyrus before capturing Giratina. Now, here's where my idea comes in for Legends Arceus. Sure, this could be a Sinnoh in the past, but perhaps just maybe it's got something to do with Giratina majorly. What I'm suggesting is that this Sinnoh is the world that Cyrus was looking to create when he initially tried to take control of Dialga and Palkia. See, it makes a lot of sense to think that Cyrus relates with Giratina, banished to another world and perhaps seeking a new world itself. It's honestly possible that Cyrus actually managed to work with Giratina to go back in time, in another universe accessible via the Distortion World, to begin creating his new world from the ground up. I know this might sound a little crazy and seem like I've taken too much out of a measly 2-minute trailer, but please, hear me out. One of the main things pointed out in this trailer was the fact that the two protagonists had what is basically the Team Galactic logo on their sleeves. You could try to argue that perhaps Team Galactic took the premise of their logo from these ancient Sinnoh uniforms, or whatever origins there are. But I think it's far more interesting to think that Cyrus did actually end up creating the world that he wanted, with his and Galactic's influence being ingrained into the people's culture. Learning that this isn't merely Sinnoh's past, but Sinnoh's past on a whole nother world line. Just the thought of that makes me extremely hyped up. Slowly discovering your entire existence is the byproduct of a crazed lunatic getting to create the world how he sees fit would be both extremely fascinating as well as extremely melancholic. Now, let me go ahead and add an even deeper layer of context to this. It's another world line in a way, sure, but what if this is the true past of all Sinnohs? What if by chance, Cyrus was always going to go to the past by way of Giratina? What if he always got what he wanted? A blank slate to build his own world. Now, what if Cyrus's failure in the present day led to his attempted success in the past, and it just continued like that always? I'm proposing that perhaps Cyrus is a man stuck in a time loop, always going to the past and influencing his future self to do the same thing over and over again. That Team Galactic-S logo, perhaps it influences the modern Cyrus to create the actual Team Galactic logo, and then he defaults back to it as he goes back to the past. I know this might seem a little big brain for everyone, but I think there's real credence to believe that Cyrus might be the trigger for the war the Pokemon world went through long ago. And he was always meant to serve as the overarching evil that in a way transcends time, just like Giratina. Now, that would just be beautiful, ironic poetry. A man so miserable because of feelings creates a new world that's supposed to be void of such trivial things, only to have to experience it over and over again. Forever. Now, of course, this is only really a possibility in the Platinum timeline of things, but that of course can be perfectly set up for all new players with the upcoming Diamond and Pearl remakes. We've seen that Sinnoh will likely get many upgrades from Platinum, as we've seen a few in the initial trailer already, so I don't think it's too far-fetched of an idea that we'll have some sort of Platinum-esque improvements to the story, with maybe just a full-on Distortion World-based episode, aka the Delta episode from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. All of this is definitely a we have to wait and see type of situation, but I feel pretty confident about all of this. Now, what will probably end up being the case? Well, the simplest answer is you have a normal journey in a Pokemon world where your main idea is to capture Pokemon to fill up a Pokedex. And then, throughout, there will be probably some evil group who will stand in your way for whatever reason. I don't know why they would. It feels like it would be silly to get mad at someone for making a Pokedex. Though, maybe they don't like the idea of the Pokemon population being lowered by people capturing the monsters. It's very bare bones, but why would Game Freak think of telling a bare bones familiar story when they're already trying so many crazy new things with the nature of the gameplay? There are no gyms, probably no HMs, and the battle system works a lot differently. So surely I have to believe they'll actually come up with a new sort of story that is way different from anything we've truly seen before. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I definitely want to hear what you all think about the speculation I've brought to you today. Do you think it's possible that the Sinnoh of the past we're in is actually just a part of some galaxy brain time loop that keeps Cyrus in an infinite state of pain and suffering? Or do you think we're just in for catching some Pokemon, with the end game being able to catch God and nothing more? I look forward to hearing all about that in the comments below. So with that said, thank you to everyone for watching the video. Huge thanks to my phenomenal team and the amazing art done each week by Danny the Demon. I couldn't do all this without them. If you all enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Be sure to leave a comment too, as it really helps us out. I also do other content on my Twitch, where I stream Genshin Impact, Mystic Zora, where I do Pokemon Let's Plays and other gaming content, and of course MysticSage, where I do all anime content. Right now, I'm focusing on Inuyasha and Yashahime, so if you're interested in that, be sure to check it out. If you'd like to support me even further than that, check out my Patreon. Whether it's a $1 tip to get early thumbnail access, or the $10 tier to get cool perler bead charms and a shoutout. There's tons of reasons to join today. These lovely people did, and I thank them all so much for their support. It really means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mr. Gumbrion, and I will see you all next time with some more amazing Pokemon content.